The father. There was a man who was a clerk in the Bureau of Public Education and lived at Batignolles. He took the omnibus to Paris every morning and always sat opposite a girl. One day, the girl generally had to run to catch the omnibus. The man helped her get in by clasping her arm, and since that day, he fell in love with her. In a few days, they seemed to know each other. She greeted him with a little smile, and they ended by speaking. "Hello, good morning." "Good morning." There was no doubt that she also loved him, for they have a lunch date. "I'll go with you if you promise me."
Promise what?
"Promise me that you will behave until we come back, or else I will immediately return home all by myself."
All right, then let's go.
After that, they went toward the sea. They sat down beneath the trees, embraced gently, and suddenly kissed. Suddenly, she began to cry and sob with grief. "How dare you! You swore to me!"
I'm sorry, please stay with me.
After all, she left him without even saying goodbye. After a week, they didn't see each other. However, there was a ring at his bell, and when he opened the door, Louise threw herself into his arms, and for 3 months they became close friends. But then, he was beginning to grow tired of her when he knew that she is... Hey, guess what?
What?
I'm pregnant! You're going to be a father! Isn't that amazing? He felt anxiety and fear of the consequences, so he packed his luggage and left her. Then Louise never looked for him ever again. Years had passed, and Francois Tisser grew old without having any alteration in his life. One fine Sunday morning, he went into the department store. A woman passed by. He knew it was her. He looked at her from a distance, and he felt himself tremble. That little boy was his own son, and there was no doubt of that. Months had passed. He always came back to Parkman Shoe, but sad to say he didn't see them. He suffered day and night by atrocious mental torture from the need of loving one's own child. He wrote to her, but she did not reply. After writing her some 20 letters, he desperately wrote to the husband. He requested to grant him an interview. He came there and talked to Monsieur Flamel. He told him that he was dying of grief and would only want to kiss the child. Flamel called the little boy, and the child rushed into the room and ran up to him, whom he believed to be his father. Flamel had turned away and was looking out of the window. Then Francois took the child in his arms, began to kiss him wildly all over. But suddenly Francois Tisser put him down and cried. Then he hurriedly gets out of the room as if he had been a thief. The end.
Created using Powtoon.